Hey everybody, it's your boy King of Doom 11. Welcome back with another reaction video, another Cheapskate reaction video. In this video, we're going to be watching in this very definitely cheap lady, and this video is called "She Fills Her Pool with Junk to Save Money." Extreme Cheapskates. Before we get in, thanks to TLC for letting me react to it, the same as you let me react to every other Cheapskate video I've done so far. And yeah, let's get into it, guys. That'd be hilarious.
Instead of going to gyms, I just go to these sporting goods stores for about 45 minutes a day.
Right.
See it? Going to a gym, paying for a membership. I mean, that's like $75 a month. It doesn't cost me a dime to work out in that sporting goods store.
It does, the fuel and insurance and registration for your car.
I've always been really cheap, and it's just kind of been something that I have always done. I just get a good feeling out of.
Yeah, you can tell she's cheap. She's got paint peeling on her bonnet of her actual quite nice looking in Honda Accord, and she is not doing anything about it, and it triggers me.
Not spending a lot of money, but yet still accomplishing whatever.
Also, if you want to save money, especially when it comes to fuel, roll your window up. Windows rolled down creates drag. Drag creates fuel. Not necessarily, because you end up doing more fill-ups over time, which then means you actually end up using more. And if you have a car that gets 60, 70 miles to the gallon, like my car gets, like I get 65 mpg out of my car. I have like a 45 litre tank. I can do what, just over 600-700 miles on a full tank. I only have to fill it up once every couple of weeks, if that.
Save more. When I get gas, I only get a gallon at a time. 1 gallon of gas, 1 gallon a day, saves me money. Restricts where I go. I'm hardcore about our bills that we have to pay and making them as little to nothing.
Well, don't have a house with a pool then your bills won't be high
As possible. This is my toilet, where I save money on water. Best way to save money is water displacement. Putting a brick in the back of it's going to make the water level go up a little bit, and it's not going to use as much water. Since I've been putting bricks in,
To be fair, that is a good way of doing it, but I'd only put 1 brick in.
I've noticed a huge change in our water bill. We use 350 less gallons a month.
Also, if you want to use less gallons of water, don't have a swimming pool.
When we bought the house in 2006, we paid cash for it, and we saved money by doing so. And the pool came with the house. I still keep the pool because I got 3 kids, and we don't go on a lot of expensive vacations.
Yes, because you don't want to spend any money, you crazy bitch.
So I figure, you know, that's kind of like a vacation. Just go out and get in the pool.
No. It's called a staycation, because you're staying at home.
We've tried to.
And you need to get some better flotation. Is that like garden mats that have just been taped together? It is. Lady, freaking pool floaties don't even cost like, what, $10? Definitely not on Amazon.
Figure out every way possible to save money on running and keeping up this pool. One way to save money on this pool is to reduce the size of the pool. It's just like putting a brick in a toilet. I save money.
No, you've created a hazard, so if someone dives in there, they're going to hit it and drown. That's what you've done.
I recycle my plastic containers and I fill them up with sand.
That's a good thing to do, is recycle your plastic containers. You can use them to, I don't know, have more water in your house. Or you can use them for holding coins and money. Oh wait, you don't want to spend any, so you're not going to have any. Oh well.
Hey, I'll take that. Yes, let me go.
Yeah, to protect their identity, Jenny's children's faces have been blurred. Yeah, fair enough.
Let's go, Hawk 2.
Of course they're going to protect their children's faces. They don't want people bullying their kids because this lady doesn't want to spend any money. Because it's the only pool in town that's owned by a crazy person.
People usually don't do that.
Damn right, kids. Damn right, nobody does that.
I've been cheap since I was probably a little kid. My dad had us
But why?
Small business, and he had to find ways to get through a lot of hard times. And
Oh, hell no. You can't wash your clothes in the chlorinated water. Because all it's going to do is damage your clothes and make the pool dirty and disgusting, which then means you've got to then drain it. And then you then got to wash the pool. And then you've got to then fill it back up with water. And your water bill's going to go whoop straight to the sky and out of the atmosphere.
he showed me how to think outside the box. Went through some hard times, and it influenced me as a child growing up to deal with how to be a problem solver.
No, you're not solving a problem, you're creating one. These kids are going to grow up thinking that this is okay. It is not.
We grew up with that idea of just make it work. I'm doing my laundry in the pool because the chemicals that are in the pool are similar to the ones that are found in laundry detergent.
No, it's not! The water in your pool is the same as what comes out of your faucet. That is correct, it comes out of your tap. But it's got a higher concentration of chlorine in it. And it has to have the higher concentration of chlorine in it because when you jump in there with your dirty, sweaty bodies, what it does, it keeps the water sterilised for a longer period of time. But if you have seen a pool that has become unsterilised or unsterile, it goes green and brown and disgusting. And what you're doing is speeding up the process. Laundry detergent has like actual soap and other chemicals in it which is designed to lift stains out of clothing. What you're doing is making the pool dirty.
Running the washing machine costs money.
You can always hand wash them and then hang them on a clothesline.
Washing clothes in the pool is weird.
Preach, kid.
It makes me feel like I'm in 1912.
Well, that's a good one. Back in 1812, they didn't have swimming pools that I know of. Probably do. Don't quote me on that, people. But yeah, it is peasantry. At least she has a proper clothesline.
It feels like, oh my gosh, when's Benjamin Franklin gonna come along and invent the electricity?
He didn't invent it. Benjamin Franklin didn't invent electricity, he discovered electricity. Thomas Edison didn't create electricity, didn't invent the light bulb and the record player. He stole those ideas from other people because he was a fraud. Nikola Tesla, however, found a way of how he could harness lightning, create an infinite energy source, and actually have it, so therefore we didn't actually have to have light bulbs wired in, we could have them transmit wirelessly. He was able to transmit electricity wirelessly so we could light up our houses and make it free for people. But Thomas Edison knew that there was money in it and decided that he was going to start the biggest fraudulent enterprise in the world, and that's charging people for utilities. And also with the whole light bulb thing, he didn't create the light bulb. Tesla's light bulb was actually a far more efficient and brighter design. It used less power overall, and it gave a much more concentrated section of light, which allowed for rooms to be as equivalent as it would be for natural light, making it better.
It's very expensive to maintain this pool, and I've done a lot.
You're putting borax in there. You don't put borax, you put chlorine powder, chlorine pellets, and you put a sterilization gel that you can put. I like watching pool cleaning videos online sometimes. It's quite therapeutic.
A lot of research to find ways to save money on it. The cleaners and everything cost a lot of money.
Because that's the what's what I'm looking for. That's the sacrifice you make when you have something that holds that much water.
The average pool owner spends about $3,200 a year to maintain their pool.
You can do it for a lot of
Money on stuff around the house, but it's the cost of running that pool, that really bothers me. The biggest cost of running this pool is filtering the water.
Yes, and that's a sacrifice you have to make for having a swimming pool. Personally, if I bought a house with a swimming pool, first thing I'm doing is filling it in with concrete, or I'm making it into an underground garage. You can easily fit about 5, maybe 10 cars in that. Maybe 25 motorcycles, if not more. and have a workshop.
I have to filter the water in my pool or else it'll get nasty. This is my problem. Each month, running this pool filter costs us an extra $200.
Homes with pools use about 49% more energy than those without.
Yeah. But she does have a good pump system, and those are probably one of the more efficient ones. I actually know a fair bit about these pumps.
I've done some research. I want to figure out a way to power this filter without paying any money.
Solar panel. All that's in there. It's just more efficient to use the pump.
This is definitely going to work because it's going to take a lot of pedaling.
Jenny's pedal power turns the belts, which rotates a car alternator. As the alternator spins, it creates an electrical current.
I mean, you got to think outside the box sometimes.
Yeah, 12 volts. Because if that's a car alternator, it'll be 12 volt. Average American power supply is 110. Average is UK power supply is 240. So, yeah, you're not going to be able to do it.
Sure.
Which Jenny hopes can provide enough power to run her pool filter.
So how much is the bike?
Bike is $199, $200, which is a good deal.
Yeah, I just can't do it.
You might as well just, yep, you see, like buying the bike is going to cost you, on its own, is going to cost as much as what it costs to run the pumps for a month.
For the bike.
I can't go any lower than 25 on it.
Let's do it.
All right.
Let's do it. I feel pretty good about it. I think I did pretty good.
You can't drive like that, lady. That's not safe. In the UK, if you drive like that, you're going to get pulled over. If you can get the boot relatively closed and then strap it shut, that's fine. But like that, you're going to get pulled over and you're going to get a ticket. And points on your license as well. If you have a house like this, you can afford to run the pool. If you can't afford it, don't live in a house like this.
My handiness from my dad.
Don't have 3 kids either. Oh no, oh guys, she turned on the drill. Oh my god, she's now gonna, that's $200 right there.
The tool than a makeup brush, I can tell you that much.
This ain't gonna work.
My family actually enjoys my cheapness because they never know what I'm going to come up with, and they enjoy seeing all my little projects and everything.
Lady, you're trying to run 110 volt pumps with a 12 volt car alternator. Pay $2,500 and or pay a couple of grand, put solar panels on your house. And if you actually generate enough solar energy, I believe you, especially in this country, if you do it right, if you are actually able to take your house completely off grid and you're actually producing more electricity than you actually use, you can sell it back to the utility companies for a nice tiny profit. Well, guys, that one wasn't that bad, really. Yeah, she's cheap and that, but she made the mistake of buying a house with a pool, really. But yeah, no, it wasn't actually that bad. You understand why she's trying to save money, because we are running those pools and all that, and your electricity bill, especially if you've got like a hot tub or a pool of that size, that's a lot of money to spend. Wouldn't recommend washing your clothes in a pool like that, though. Chemicals aren't correct. But, yeah. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching. Obviously, as always, leave a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and let me know what you think about this lady compared to some of the other ones we've watched. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.